Those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders.
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
Just when folks thought the Diddy documentary was over and done, 50 Cent indicated he is not going anywhere. He tickled stories of unreleased tapes, raw footage, and moments so hardcore that they broke at least one rapper. He also invoked a leaked clip from last year that showed the two men in an allegedly humiliating, ownership-like scene that appalled viewers and triggered detonations of survey skirmishes online.
What? Yo, wait a minute! Wait, You didn't hear this? No!
Meek at the time quickly attempted to quash the story. He turned to the internet declaring the clip fake, but blaming that on artificial intelligence, bots, and a coordinated smear campaign. Writing that his voice as a black man from the trenches carried weight, he said unseen forces wanted to silence him. The message was defiant and spiritual. However, the internet remained unconvinced. Viewers weren't reacting to energy dedicated to specifics. There was nothing random or cobbled together about how the audio sound. Soon, rumors this further added fuel to the fire, as there are reports doing the rounds on spread that someone in the party, reportedly an individual who works in security, purportedly has the footage and has even recorded it himself. This has caused everything on Meek's page, blogs, comments, and timelines to spiral out of control on every platform last night.
Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy, like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling, like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all.
It was at this point that Jaguar Wright took everything to another level by claiming that it was his rival's ex-girlfriend, Nicki Minaj, who was responsible for leaking Meek's tape. He claimed that she hired his bodyguard to do this.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh, somebody that got paid?
It was an astonishing claim, and things escalated when Nicki later showed up on a podcast, joking how Meek loved controversy and was not fazed by the clip. Nicki laughed it off, kept it light, yet her nonchalance left quite a number of listeners uncomfortable.
Okay, so...
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
DJ Akademix soon jumped into this fray with his no-nonsense remarks and tacit insinuations that Meek was apparently Diddy's favorite. This sent Meek off on his own rant on social media, firing off careless threats left and right. His reaction only brought his own situation more attention and served to further fuel an ongoing debate.
He says, I'm gonna kill you, Akademix, and what I'm gonna do is, he says, first things first, he says, someone send me Akademix address.
Right, he said, I'll die to shut you down.
Yeah, then he says, I'm going to die to do it.
But that spiral just made things worse in the eyes of the public. The harder Meek pushed back, the more his actions made people think he was indeed concealing something, so let the rumor just drift away. Instead, he even posted a challenge of $100,000 for an independent investigation in order for his name to be cleared. Big money, big promise, but there was nothing that came after. No evidence, just silence. Silence on the internet after big claims is as good as admission of guilt. Soon after, he switched sides by joining the so-called No Diddy gang.
Hey, y'all already know how we playing out this real life.
Real life.
Yeah, nigga, No Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that Meek. Yeah, Meek.
The internet does not forget. Videos of Diddy playfully referring to Meek as daddy resurfaced, moments which previously meant very little but now are subject to scrutiny, reanalysis, and reinterpretation through the lens of something much darker and far more unsettling.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Cyber responses went viral overnight. Users laughed hysterically. Others posted crude jokes and captions. Images of Meek's opulent 27th birthday bash were dug up, where Diddy threw a party at the Parisian Palace in Las Vegas. The synchronized fashion, coordinated entrances, lingerie-clad dancers, and nude women labeled as sushi platters stunned onlookers. Participants boasted of waking up in a mansion trashed from the previous night, with glass everywhere, used condoms scattered, bloody sheets, and unidentified substances left on surfaces. Rumors suggested that exact evening was where a compromising video was made. Fast forward to now. 50 Cent drops Sean Combs' The Reckoning, then drops a tease of having even more raw, unreleased video that has yet to be seen by everyday public view. The mere thought set speculation in motion once again and shifted gears back to familiar faces. Panic brewing for reputations, bonds, and even legacies crafted over years in waiting expectation of fallout and further exposures in public view once again intensely and quietly nervously everywhere.
Because this is a lot of the personal footage of Diddy. It shocked a lot of people. And I know, 50, the way you run, this cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that you just have not shown?
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make it was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things like that.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a number 2, season 2.
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get.
It's so smooth. French vanilla, you gotta try it.
Yes.
For real.
Streets turned back quickly to Meek Mill. If 50 Cent does in fact open that vault, it won't be a case of denial but a question of who's up next. French Montana's name popped up right away. His relationship with Diddy was more than just a professional one. There were vacations, partying, and being in each other's faces all of the time. Old posts popped up once again, with zooms and side-eyeing for overly intimate body language of two people who are just banned wigs. Diddy was showcased blatantly favoring one artist in particular, such as branding a vodka flavor in French Montana's name, sparking long-held suspicions that there was indeed something in it for them.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear French. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
It's a special birthday for both of us.
Yeah.
He took French with him wherever he went, hyping him up like one of his own, but rumors abounded that there was an understood condition to the bad boy deal. Apparently, professional considerations had been swapped for integrity. Vintage birthday clips resurfaced, showing French half-naked and slathered in oil as Diddy loomed nearby, singing and toasting with an eagerness that many people would later find themselves extremely queasy about watching in the aftermath online.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Good morning, buddy. How are you feeling today? Just Sally, we right here, baby. We're gonna make some magic tonight.
There was another clip of Diddy talking about creating crazy magic with the French, which had not aged well.
Yes, man, I sold my Lamborghini, I sold my Rolls Royce, I sold my Cadillacs. Yes, sirski. I ain't gonna lie. This thing humble yourself. I ain't gonna cap to you. Fuck, I got a floss for you niggas, bro. God, I ain't got a floss for you niggas, man.
Laughter echoed through the past. This time it seems different. Some label the underlying message of the clip more possessive. Social media platforms filled with theories about Diddy. When videos emerged, it isn't hard to see why the surprise isn't a possibility. French's name lingers near the top of rumor lists along with Meek. Gossip mills turn once more to YK Osiris. In 2021, he struggled financially. Car sales included high-end autos. An Instagram meltdown detailed a humbling experience. This led to people examining yesterday while thinking about the object of power in the age of influence.
But they say Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I heard about that though, but I ain't about to say that. But
What
was
I ain't about to say on
You
and
Diddy? Yeah, you and Diddy. You and Diddy what?
No.
They say he was.
Him and Diddy what?
I'm just saying the rumor.
I ain't never heard this.
They said he was.
How you knew that?
Now I'm about to Google because I ain't never heard this.
Because nobody would ever say that one.
Oh, yeah.
So here goes Envy.
They said he was Diddy's boy toy.
I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
See?
I was in Jamaica with
Osiris
him.
in Jamaica with his alleged boo Diddy.
Fans had pity on him. Then bam, luxury villa in Jamaica. With private views, 5-star living, and guess whom YK was hanging out with? Diddy. YK tried to pass it off like it was some kind of healing vacation, but the pictures didn't lie. Same pool, same property, same surroundings. Then the massage video and the fruit plate pic rolled in. YK had the whole angle down to distract from what was really going on, and people were quick to think that Diddy was behind the lens. The streets were fast to call it what it was, a sponsored vacation. Things reached a boiling point when YK's child's mother chimed in, claiming to catch him under the influence of another man. Not claiming to know the guy's name or why, simply statting the facts and piecing out, leaving people to wonder if it was in fact Diddy. YK dropped by the Breakfast Club, and when the topic of the rumors came up, Charlamagne brought it up and YK cracked. He was having all the body language, the sheepish glances, the shaking palms, the tugging of the hood. He was laughing, but it was laughable laughter, like the kind of panic-stricken laughter of the caught kind.
I just want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to crash out right now and just like this like life. I swear to God. It is, man. This industry is not what you think it is. Don't let these people fool you, man. Before in the social media, I'm gonna give y'all a little background of me, man. Like, my life is not perfect, man. Don't think because I'm on Instagram showing this, showing that, I don't got a perfect life either. And I want you to understand that just because all these rappers show all this money and show all this fame, don't think their life is good. It's not. These people are always faking and let you know that this is not what y'all want. Do something that's low-key. Do something that can help you out other than being a target or a flashy. Because God can take this away from you real quick, and it's not a blessing from God. And I tell people that 24/7, this is the devil's game. It is not. This is not no God's game. You see, I'm gonna tell you something. They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they're dealing with emo spirits. They're dealing with killing themselves. They're dealing with, man, come on, man.
In any case, if there are tapes, most people feel that YK was not experiencing pain out of nowhere. There was another name that popped up. It was Usher. One forgets that Usher was a young boy when he was living with Diddy. He was just 13 years old when he was flown out to New York for Puffy Camp. Many years later, he revealed that he found the things he saw in that house a little unsettling.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
He later confessed that he would never subject his own children to the kind of experiences he had, which echoed louder with time.
Did you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
There was an indication from Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, that Usher was allegedly involved in that period too.
Because I know the topic is sensitive. What happened to Usher?
Kid to the hospital. How you send him to the hospital? Man, bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. Oh, I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time.
Rumors followed Usher through adulthood, such as lawsuits and health claims, which linked wild industry parties and outlandish antics to his association with Diddy.
Filed a lawsuit in California this morning against Usher Raymond for failing to tell people he had a sexually transmitted disease before being intimate with them. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Raymond, better known by his performing name of Usher, was diagnosed with herpes back in 2009. Apparently, he has never publicly denied it, and Bloom filed the lawsuit on behalf of 2 women and 1 man who say they contracted herpes from the singer.
People laughed about it back then. Nowadays, it seems more ominous. What caused concern for many fans was Usher's subsequent action working with another young boy. That leads to the next artist, Justin Bieber. At 13 years old, he met Diddy thanks to Usher. Scenes from Diddy's past surfaced where he's talking about being alone for 48 hours with Justin Bieber and claiming that whatever transpired could not be talked about and that it was every kid's dream. That sounds creepy now.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
We're going crazy.
Crazy.
They thought of it as jokes back then. Now they call it grooming. Justin later broke down in interviews, sobbing about betrayal, addiction, and isolation. He quietly unfollowed all those associated with his earlier days. Usher is gone, Scooter Braun is gone, and that's not random.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
Justin Bieber unfollowed his former manager, Scooter Braun, on Instagram, which sounds really minor.
It sounds sort of very high school.
But it is a big deal, especially for celebrities. And then the really surprising thing is after Justin did that, Scooter deactivated his entire Instagram account.
Justin may have been distancing himself from those who did not have his best interests at heart. Rumors of the tapes began to surface, and now fans are wondering if his wounds are in some way related to situations that were meant to remain unseen and unheard. A new name pops up in the drama, Burna Boy. This is scandal that shocked the world stage. Diddy executive produced twice as tall asterisk and the Grammy Award quickly followed. Their brotherhood for all to see began in earnest. The heartfelt postings, the hand-holding photos, and the loving clips are now analyzed in slow motion. Then a photo of Burna in a rather compromising position surfaced on the internet. There is no evidence and no confirmation, but this caused pandemonium. Soon, photos of Burna behaving rather too familiarly in Diddy's company began to resurface, including an incident where Diddy is lifting him in the air as if he were a child.
How you look at your brother? How you look at your
What's up, boy? Triple, quadruple. Hold on.
Speed Darlington, a Nigerian artist, threw shades at the situation.
Everybody just they rush, they go America to snap with Diddy that year. But after Burna pushed his picture with Diddy, the next year I've been at the same particular year, Burna won Grammy. You understand me? All I they do since na echiche. So I just wonder, Burna Boy, this video, I they ask you question. Don't get offended. Now question I they ask. How many oil did you drop for your nyash before they give you that trophy? Burna, how many oil did them rob for your nyash before? Burna, I'm asking you serious question.
Burna's reaction was aggressive, with threats, police, and then silence. Fans wondered why he moved with such caution, as if defending something delicate. Then a retro post from Diddy surfaced, insinuating he assisted Burna with his Grammy. Suddenly, this brotherly connection felt like a form of extortion. Burna has notably gone underground since. Performances canceled, tantrums escalated, and attitudes changed dramatically, clearly reflecting a significant drop-off. If any recordings come out, this writer's assessment is Burna's name is right under the surface where he'd like to remain. This would be problematic news in and of itself, but then a new player appeared on the scene with Asterisk Empire representative by the name of Brisher Gray. This young and highly touted talent imploded quickly. Jaguar Wright hinted at being drawn into circles he couldn't handle, amongst allegedly under the influence of powerful people.
Trying to sell him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
The industry connections quit taking his calls. Orlando Brown echoed a similar sentiment, stating that acting unstable sometimes was a means of survival after witnessing too much. He also made claims that Diddy attempted to violate him and pushed a lifestyle that involved drugs.
Well, he's talking in code. No, I said I'm not giving my ass up. That's not a code. Ain't no code to that. I'm not bending on even no couches. Y'all niggas ain't running up my asshole. Ain't no studio for me to go go get ripped and be looking like somebody's funny. Get the out of here. None of that shit.
Saying, I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh-gosh goosh-mash. You gave me the oosh-gosh muaf, the swoosh-mash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the oosh-gosh muash.
There was another painful reminder of the problem, Aaron Carter. Aaron never explicitly mentioned Diddy in his accounts, but talked about being pulled into industry parties far too young and the inability of grown-ups to keep him away. Those who knew Aaron reported he'd been opening up about this trauma before his death, about things he never processed as a kid. When placing Aaron side by side with Brisher Gray and Orlando Brown, one notices the same rush to stardom, easy access to danger, and ultimate destruction. Next comes Soulja Boy. This one is not subtle. Since the fall of Diddy, Soulja has been acting invincible, roasting peers while spitting recklessly as if he never got hit up in the chaos. There were shots fired, diss tracks set against peers, and declarations of moral high ground. He made inflammatory threats about violence in couplets about how Diddy would never try him, trailed with cringeworthy follow-through on Twitter. However, the streets have memory. There was a moment on Live Nicki Minaj gave a cryptic hint of how Soulja wasn't as innocent as he'd made it seem. When asked about the industry behavior directly about the incidents Nicki hinted towards, he did a nervous chuckle. The kind of chuckle you give when a person almost mentions your name. When the mask slips just enough so people take notice.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do.
Nicki later addressed the issue in an Instagram live session with Ray J, talking about undercover rappers who play with men but don't treat women right. She did not point out who, but everyone knows who the arrows are pointing to anyway. Most likely, it is Soulja Boy.
Let me ask you something, Ray J. What do you think about the undercover community?
I think that if you roll in undercover, right, there's no need to, because I think the opportunities are endless if the truth can set you free.
There was an old podcast clip that recirculated involving William the Baddest, where he alleged that Soulja Boy had been involved in outrageous, secretive activities in private settings during an industry function.
And he was like, take this, you white bitch, right? Like he kept, like, he's very like into like the race play stuff. But here's the thing, I don't know if this was really him or it was like drunk him or like, yo, I'm nervous. I'm like, is he gonna hurt me? Is he making music? I'm so nervous. And that thing was big, Tasha.
Most skinny men got big.
No, that thing was big, Tasha.
But most skinny men got.
I'm gonna be honest. That thing was like fat, and it goes. Here's the thing that makes it different. It goes to the left.
Okay.
Like Tasha, it's long and it goes to the left.
Oh, okay. So it's got a curve.
Yeah, to the left.
Artist did something masquerading was the call of the day. Fans are now going through all of Soulja Boy has laughed off because of the tapes allegedly floating around. What makes it more saddening is Soulja Boy's character. This artist always tries to expose others before others can expose him. This isn't confidence, this is exposing while panicking. It has been reported by sources that Diddy recorded everyone. One can speak loud, but video evidence can't just vanish. Because of the many names resurfacing in connection with the videos, it seems the ultimate answer would be which of the artists are genuinely clean while others remained mum. Were they all tainted by the mess at Diddy? This isn't over. But trust me, the video ready to roll out after this goes deeper.